I loved this experience. He's been such just a wonderful experience. And I've always been fathering and having special experiences with little people. I love the tree because it was an experience we had together. And we have a day-to-day, we have an experience every summer, that I'm glad she did it because it gave her a great experience with her mother. So those were challenging experiences that we were having an experience. Let's say me and a wife would have an experience, or even me and one of my kids would have an experience that's being filmed by our experience being public, because all the fruit that I got from it with my children and my experience. Our kids are starting to trickle in. We're going to sit down and have a whole family experience here. We read through the nativity. We have an experience together. And there's one time when I'm watching all the wives in the kitchen work together, knocking hips. And I was really pleased to see the experience.
Go, okay, we're starting a new adventure. We're starting a new experience.
The pain of this experience has caused much trouble.
I watched my mom and my dad have a honeymoon experience.
When Truly Scrumptious comes into the family, that's this beautiful experience.
You keep using the word.
Janelle came in the family, and it diluted this experience I had with Mary.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
The experience of that coming together. If Mary comes to the picnic and we're having this experience, it's just not that easy. It's like I've gone through an entire experience.
It was a sweet experience.
I got a feeling through this experience that having this experience with Ariella here, I always wanted this big family experience. I had this wonderful experience with my own family. We had this whole experience with this catfish. This tattered bunch of t-shirts is just like an old unraveling of our 30-year experience.
Cody wants a soulmate experience with each one of his wives.
It's just a shock to me, the whole experience.
When I came to the family, I saw this big group family team experience.
Being in this Christmas house is a wonderful experience. We have an experience. We have this nice family experience, and it was a pleasant experience.
I missed the big experience.
Hello, sister friends. Welcome to our Monday get together where we are going to talk about season 3, episode 9, I believe it is. And we'll just talk through it and have a good time because I feel like this is the beginning of the dry years of Sister Wives. The kids are going to college. There is a panel, but it's not the panel where it was more confrontational, where there were ex-polygamists that had a difficult experience and were sharing it, and the Brown family completely negated everything they said because it wasn't their experience. Therefore, they could not hear, oops, let me turn that off. Therefore, they could not hear somebody else's point of view, but they wanted their point of view to be heard. Remember that episode? Okay, this isn't that episode, but there is a panel, and this is because we saw in the last episode that there was a professor that talked about different religions that when she was a speaker, she was a professor, but they didn't say what university. It said that she spoke at multiple universities. So on the East Coast, Ivy Leagues, if you will. So they decided to take their kids to Ivy League schools. I don't know that they were Ivy League material. Like, not many are Ivy League material. It's not necessarily a dig on the Browns, but I mean, Christine admitted that she realized after so many years that she really didn't do a good job teaching McKelty and that she couldn't read and she was behind in math. And when she went to the regular school and had a lot of catching up to do. And she did catch up. Which shows that they're not dumb, that they're smart, that they could be in an environment that was educationally deprived, per Christine's admission, and still catch up and succeed. So, but I don't believe they caught up and accelerated, if you will. Therefore, the whole touring of Ivy League schools was kind of funny. I'm getting these messages here. Oh yeah, I got tomorrow, market day. That's on my other channel. I have another channel I just started called Wise and Wonderful. Why? I don't know. Because AI suggested it and my son's like, that's a good one. A year ago. I started the channel a year ago. I posted nothing, but I'm starting to now because it's going to have everything that's not Sister Wives. So I'm going to try my best to not talk about things about like my market day finds and all that on this channel and stick to Sister Wives. For all of you who watch the channel and are like, oh my God, why did she just spend 20 minutes talking about her daughter? I'm going to not do that on this channel anymore, but I will on Wise and Wonderful. So you can go subscribe to that. A lot of people have already. So it appears that the algorithm is very much aware, even though it's a different email address that's affiliated with it. It knows it's me. Knows I set it up because Google knows everything, whether you want it to or not. So there you go. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it on the other channel. All right. I apologize. I do have my St. Patty's Day Lucky sweatshirt on. I have another St. Patty's Day shirt. Maybe I'll pack that to go because this is going to be dirty and I don't think laundry is going to get done before I leave on Thursday to go back to Tennessee. So I will be in a different environment. So I apologize that my my Clover and St. Patty's Day pillows are not out. I thought of it as the experience intro was running. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Missed opportunity because by the time I get back, it will be well gone. I will be down there for about a month, but I'll still stream. So we'll still get together. Okay. Jane Morgan, hello. Liz, hello. Sarah, hey. Who else is here? Lunty, Mama Squirrel. Liz, I think I just said hi to you, Liz. Aaron C. Experience. Danny's here. Hello. Crystal. It's a great experience being in this chat. That's great. All right. Nadine, did I say hi already? Teresa. Good to see you. Welcome. Okay. Lynn, thank you for being our moderator. You're amazing and the best. The best. Jody is here. Hi. Okay. Miss Allie D. Deborah. Hello, everybody. All right. So the computer's being really weird, or maybe it's just StreamYard. It was really having a hard time getting the banners going. And just like I promised last week, we are starting with keep the lights on level. But I do have my phone here and my alarms are set. So it should remind me to change the banner twice. So we started with keep the lights on. They are going down below, but it was just struggling when I was trying to get them in there and then do these first and then change the order. It was not liking me very much. So hopefully technology is working okay today and we'll get going. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let's make the most of this. And then we're going to finish season 3 and we are going to jump to the catfishing season just because it's apropos. And I don't know if next season they're going to continue on with it. So I figured that would be a good refresher for us to go into that one. And then from there, we'll just continue on because then that leads into all of the gaslighting and everything that happened into getting them to move to Flagstaff. I mean, it's a couple seasons later. And then all the craziness. And we haven't reviewed a lot of that. I started kind of around the COVID time on this channel, I believe. I don't even know. I think I've been doing this for 2 years. I think it was 2 years last November. So 2.5, getting 2 years and a quarter, if you will. And that would have been after COVID. So maybe like 2021. I don't know, because they were about 2.5 years behind on airing stuff. So who knows? Yeah, it couldn't have been 2021 because it was only 2 years ago. But I mean, I think what was being aired was 2021. I think it was just post-COVID and craziness was beginning. And I was frustrated and couldn't find enough channels talking about it. And so I created my own. There's the backstory. Okay, so here we are, Sister Wives. Get the volume up. It is. Okay. Season 3, episode 9, and it's called College Bound Browns. Janelle's house.
Hey, lover, what you doing?
Pause. Okay, so he's at Janelle's house. He's calling Mary on the phone. Mary's picture's on there. And he starts it off with, hello, lover. How you doing? Do you remember when he was on the honeymoon with Robin that he also called her lover? He hasn't called anyone else lover. besides Mary. But he never loved her. I do believe at the end of this phone conversation, because I was fast forwarding through this a little bit to get a picture to make the thumbnail. So I didn't watch it, but I was just trying to find a picture of the Brown family going on a college tour. I do believe he tells her he loves her too at the end of the phone conversation. So yeah, he's at Janelle's house and calling Mary and calls her, hello, lover, which is creepy to me. I don't know why. Lover to me never seemed like a term of endearment. It seems more, I don't know, more sensational, more sexual, more, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think. If my husband called me lover, I'd probably just laugh in his face. Oh, tell me what you think. I mean, maybe it is a term of endearment that people use. It's not one that I have ever used. Lover. Because lover is it doesn't seem, I don't see it as an act of love, like somebody who's like really giving and loving and that. To me, a lover is somebody who you're sleeping with. And so to me, it goes sexual, but it might just be my distorted interpretation of the term. Write in the chat. Do you use that word? Does it creep you out when Cody says it? Liz says it's icky. Okay. Yeah. That's what I think, but do write below. Cody saying the word lover equals vomit. Very, thank you. That's how I feel. But everyone can feel different about it. Okay. Oh, no, I love that. Rosalie said, here in the UK, people calling people love. I think that's endearing. I love it when people call somebody love. That's sweet. Now I would love that. If my husband called me love, he doesn't call me love. I don't call him love either, though. So fair is fair. It's not just me. Thanks, Lynn. Okay. So Danny says lover is romantic. Okay. See, I knew other people would see it differently. Love, I love, though. Rosie Lee. I think we should do that more in America. That is true. I hear a lot of British people using that. I found a lot of British channels when I started doing the Harry and Meghan thing. Then all of a sudden they just thought I was interested in British culture, but only like reality culture or not like history, which is what I really should be learning is British history because I don't know a lot about it. No, but I'm getting all the other stuff. But like even channels of like, here are people reacting to American college marching bands. It's a lot of reaction videos, a lot of British people reacting to things in America that they see. And a lot of them then reacting to other people's channels who are British and react to things. So there's reacting to reaction channels. And they have like millions of views. So all of you over there in Britain, start one of those channels because I'm sucked in. I mean, as long as the people are cool, like there's one of a kid and his mom. He looks like he's in his 20s. And he and his mom sit there and respond to other people's videos that made videos of things that happen in American culture. And they do a good job of acting anyway. Like they're fascinated by it all. Like the size of the beds and the size of the homes and the different. I just think it's great. There we go. Wendy's with me. Love to watch UK reactions to American stores. There you go. I mean, I don't know why it fascinates me. It's like you're in a whole nother world over there. I'm like, I'm like, what? Is it really that different? But then I realize it's more compressed over there. So things are smaller and things are, it's just different. We're spread out here in America. Lots of land. Okay, back to the show. My apologies. We didn't get very far. He just called Mary lover. He's still on the phone with Mary.
You ironing those shirts of mine?
I am.
Are you ironing those shirts of mine? Pig. That's what he's choosing to show on camera in the 3rd season. This is early on in Sister Wives. This is what he thinks is cool. Yeah. Okay. My nose is starting to run again. I still have not looked into what my allergies are, so I apologize. But I don't have tissues here. So this one I used to dab the dark stuff on it is lipstick. I put lipstick on the other day that was too dark. And I'm like, whoa, once I look, because I just like grab one and stick it on and go. And anyway, so if you see brown stuff on that, it's just, a dark lipstick that I needed to get off my lips. Okay, moving on. Cody is he's so creepy looking. I'm going to show you guys this picture of this. I need to wait for the light to come back on. I don't know why it, okay. If it lets me, no, it's not going to let me take a screenshot. It's black. Tell you what, I will override you. Oh, let me write this guy back so he doesn't sell it to somebody else. Awesome. Driving from Ohio to Nashville on Thursday. I can pick it up Friday or Saturday or Sunday or Monday. Where do you live? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want him to sell it to somebody else. This is a Nashville sign. I wanted something in my townhome down there. It needs to feel more Nashville. I'm not exactly in Nashville. I'm about good 35, 40 minutes outside of Nashville. But still, when eventually people start renting it, might take a year. But at any rate, I want it to feel a little Nashville-y because it's pretty white, like a white box. And there was this nice, it's just a white sign. Now that I think about it, but it had the outline, some of the Nashville. Anyway, I'm not gonna. This is the wrong channel. Moving. Oh wait, I was taking a picture of Cody so you can see him. I'm all over. I'm all over the place. Okay, there we go. I'll take a picture of him. I'm going to show you the whole shot so you can see also that they're getting ready to do this trip. So of course, their house is an utter disaster. Their houses were always an utter disaster. So this is not really news or anything interesting to share. All right. I'll move the picture here. Now I got to pull it up because it does not recognize the HEIC. I think there's a way in the phone you can change it, but those HEIC photos are supposed to be better quality. So when I'm taking pictures of things I want good quality of, I want to use them. Where is it? There it is. On this computer, things show up wherever they want. On my laptop, they always show up in the top right corner whenever I save something. Here, it just randomly sticks it wherever. And I have all these big thumbnails and little JPEGs and things on my desktop. Now, where did it put that screenshot that I just took of the picture? There's stuff from... Oh, come on. Make my life easy, will ya? There it is. Found it. Okay. And this, I hope you all appreciate. I'm just kidding. I hope you all don't turn this off. Here's the image file. That's really what I hope. Care less how much work it is for me. I just want you to be like, oh my gosh. This is Sister Wives related. This is not thrifting. Desktop. There it is. Whew, that was a lot of work. Okay. I think it's going to open up automatically when I open things. I think it tends to do that. Well, it opened something else. There we go. Here's Cody. Look at those sideburns. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. That cracks me up. I love it. So he's got his legs crossed and his hand on his knee. And he's wearing those flip-flops with khaki pants, I guess. I don't get it. That look on men has always bothered me. It's even a little questionable on a lot of women, but I've done it like once in my life. It seems odd. Like if you're going to wear a heavy pant, why the flip-flops? If you're going to wear flip-flops, wear a cotton pant, a lightweight cotton pant or shorts or it seems off, but all right, maybe that's just me. It's a look. It's a look that I just don't pull off, and I don't think any man pulls it off. This does not look hot. This looks questionable to me. And by questionable, I just mean, anyway, I'm going to move on with that. So look at all the bags and the mess and all that in the room. And he is sitting there thinking he looks so cool. This is why I had to share it with you. You know, with the camera there, that he thinks that he's the hottest thing in the world in his yellow shirt with the rolled up sleeves and his flip-flops. And long hair and sideburns. Oh gosh, I just don't get it. I just don't even understand. But it's Cody. What's to understand? This is season 3 that we're in. Nicole, take it down, please. It is coming down because I have to do the rest of the show. It's awful. Okay. All right. Oh, he's so gross. That's what I was thinking, Anonymous. I feel the same way. Flip-flops on a guy looks girly. I know it's not girly, but for me, it's a turnoff. That's exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel. There's something weird about looking at guys like hairy toes and that in flip-flops. Flip-flops are such a feminine, maybe that's it. I don't know. That being said, I'm sure my husband has a pair of I know he had a pair of flip-flops. He basically wears slides. But he might have a pair of flip-flops somewhere around the house. Maybe. I don't know. They might all be gone. That might have been from years ago. All right. Okay to the pool. Yeah. If he had a bathing suit on, I wouldn't be like, ew, look at that guy in the flip-flops. Wouldn't think twice about it. That's appropriate. As part of an attire, it's just, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Rosie Lee, she's with me. It's okay with shorts. It's okay with a bathing suit. It's not. And it's okay. Like I've seen women wear jeans with flip-flops and pull it off. It wouldn't be my choice, but it's okay, but not on a guy. Just not on a guy. Open-toed shows on men just aren't cute. Period. Yeah. Maybe if they shave their toes, that would be okay. I think slides are just better for men. Just get an Adidas slide or an off-brand slide, and it would be so much better. Okay, moving on. Where's the show? We have to talk about stuff on this show because we're going to hit some boring parts. And we're just going to plow through those.
I was just going to call you and tell you that I need you to come over and pick out which ones you want iron.
Sounds great. I love you. See you later.
All right, I'll see
I love you.
later.
Packing from 4 homes for a trip drives me nuts.
I don't know why I'm taking so many socks. It's only 4 days, but I don't know what to wear.
Always overpacks. Always. We just saw it in the last season. This is season 3. Season 20, same thing. He brought an armful of jackets. I don't know what I'm going to wear. Well, make a decision. I don't understand. People like, I don't know. I mean, I've done that. Trust me. I have overpacked because I just don't have time. I don't have time to go online and look at the weather and then plan and prepare. I want to be that person. I used to be that person. Somehow I've lost it. I don't know. How can I be an empty nester and have less time in my, but it's the way it is. So because of that, I find myself overpacking. This man doesn't have a job. So tell me why he can't figure out what to wear and why he has to bring a gazillion socks. It's one thing, like sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't know if it's going to, especially like on these trips down to Nashville, in the same trip, it'll be 77 one day. And then the one day in the evening, overnight, it was in the teens. So like, it's that time of the year right now. I don't know. Maybe it's that time of the year here as well. I don't know. We should see if we can figure out what season this is, but just no idea what to pack. So he packs absolutely everything rather than trying to figure it out. A wife would try to figure it out.
I don't know what the weather's going to be like.
Oh,
Let's see what it is. Weather, Boston.
We're going back east to Boston to see some colleges, and we're taking the 4 oldest with us. Logan, he's a senior, and he's 17. Mariah.
so that, I don't know if you could hear that because it went quick. Janelle came in and she's like, I don't know what the weather is going to be. And she's concerned about packing. So now Cody's like, well, let's look it up on the phone. But he's packed. He show his suitcase with all his socks and he's already packed. And now he's like, well, let's go see what the weather is going to be. Cody, while you're at it, why don't you check and see if there's air in your tires and if your oil needs changed? Just say. Oh, wait, they're flying. I take it back. Well, still, they might not make it to the airport.
And Aspen are both juniors, and they're 16, and Madison's a sophomore, and she's 15. We're going to tour some of the colleges, and we're also going to have a panel discussion with some of the college students and faculty.
Panel?
Hi, how are you? Good. Nice to meet you. A few months ago, we made friends with an Episcopal priest by the name of Danielle Tamino. And
she's an Episcopal
lectures
priest
at a bunch of these colleges back in the Boston area.
So I'm wondering if you guys might like...
My apologies. I missed that when we watched it on the last episode. She's not a professor. She's an Episcopal priest and interested, I guess, in other religions, and then preaches or speaks at colleges about religions. Okay. Her title here on this flashback is Religion Professor and Minister. So I don't know where she's a professor. Unless she calls herself a professor because she speaks. I don't know. Usually when you're a professor, you're affiliated with the university because you're an official teacher at it. But okay, moving on.
Come to a university and field some questions about your lifestyle. It'll be awesome.
So Danielle set up a panel discussion for us to speak about our faith with a group of academics and students from the Boston area.
I wonder how the kids are coming. I think Madison said she was packed. I don't know about Logan. I'm really excited to go to Boston to tour the colleges.
It's Maddie.
They're pretty big, pretty high class. Seeing them will probably make me want to do better in school so I can get into one of them, maybe, possibly. Just get into a good college.
The idea of like just touring these universities, I have no illusions. There's most likely I won't get into them. It's just that it's really cool to see these grand stadiums of knowledge and learning that you see in all the movies, you hear about in all the texts. So,
Aww, very good. There's some intelligence on the show right there. He's excited to see these grand institutions of learning or something like that he said. I like how he said it. Like, these are icons. They've been around. I mean, these Ivy League schools are like some of the first universities in our country. So, yeah, they're beautiful. The architecture is beautiful in them. And so I appreciate that. He goes, I have no disillusions that I'm going to get into these. Very nice. Very good. Logan's so smart. He probably could get in. Okay, moving on.
I think definitely worth getting out of school for 2 days.
The kids are also going to be part
Spoken
of
like
the
a teenager.
panel at our discussion with these college people. And I like the idea of it because they get to see my children aren't oppressed. But
in the pudding.
It makes me nervous because my kids will say
Shut up,
what
Robin.
they think and how they feel. And sometimes that...
Can I just point out, we're going to point out all the times. All right, where are we? We are, Robin interrupts because she's so shy. And Cody has his own opinions, but boy, Robin interrupts all the time at the beginning. And now she's like this different person that she's portraying to be, this shy, scared. I can't talk. Robin can't talk to Mary. She's too shy. Or was it Janelle? I can't even remember the most recent time at the interview. I think it was Mary. Why didn't Robin talk to Mary? Oh, she's too shy to talk about this kind of stuff. She's not shy at all. There she is, interrupting. The proof is in the pudding. Okay, shut up, Robin. That's what she said. That the kids aren't oppressed. All right.
Like setting the grasshopper loose, they're hard to catch.
When they asked us if we wanted to go to Boston and we would have to speak in front of a crowd, I didn't even hear the crowd part. I was like, Boston? Are we going to go to Boston?
Logan.
I'm kind of nervous.
Aspen.
I don't know, just thought of like sitting in front of a ton of people and having them ask questions is just kind of
freaking me out. My parents are really nervous.
Madison?
I don't really know why. I'm trying to understand why, because it doesn't seem very nerve-wracking to me. I don't know if I'm excited or not, because I do have like those butterflies already, because they'll be asking us just whatever their curiosities are. And in reality, we are different than the stereotype that most people still have.
Yes, there are preconceived notions, and the fact that they can have a sense of hostility toward us because of the way they think we are. I'm really worried about them comparing us to Warren Jeffs and saying, no, you are the same as him.
See, this is the stupid stuff he used to say. He still says stupid stuff like this. I'm really worried that they're going to compare us to Warren Jeffs and say, no, you are like him. Isn't that your whole purpose of this show? And really the whole purpose of you going is to allow somebody like that to say something like that so that you can correct the record, Cody? Isn't that your mission in all of this? Now all of a sudden we're scared of it. I'm scared that they're going to say that we're like Warren Jeffs. They might. That's what you say your intent is, to go and educate people and let them know that's not what it is. But now we're scared. Why? Because we need a storyline. Because that's what this whole Sister Wives thing was at the beginning. We're scared of this. We're scared of that. We're scared to tell this part. We're scared. But we have cameras following us wherever we go, and we're projecting this to the world. Make it make sense.
You know, recently a man named Warren Jeffs, the prophet of the FLDS church, was convicted of child sexual assault.
Well, Warren Jeffs was abusing his people, and some people think that we're the same church or that we're even affiliated with them. And so we're not the same people. We're not even close. And they're so separate that that when people make the comparison between us and them and paint us with the same brush, it makes us a little defensive. So I'm also worried about my own reaction to the public.
I worry about Cody speaking publicly as well.
I worry about Christine speaking publicly.
Why? She's good at
what
it.
I say. Who's afraid about what?
Sometimes I'm afraid.
Come on, you're not afraid of what I'll say.
See, these guys are the good wives. They're like all really like, oh, whatever you say is not gonna play.
Okay, so let you know what happened here. He's like, who's afraid of what I'm gonna say? Christine raised her hand right away, and then Janelle's hand like slowly goes up, and Robin and Mary sat there. They're on the other side of Cody, and they didn't say anything. So that's why Janelle goes, see, these are the good wives over there. Basically behaving like Cody wants them to behave. Yep. Robin has it down. She is the dutiful, perfect wife. She plays that role to the T. And Mary, I apologize. Mary is trying to be that because she still at this point is trying to get into Cody's good graces. And it's not working, but she's acting like it. So the last thing Mary's going to do is say, yeah, I'm scared of what he's going to say. No. I think you're great, Cody. You're going to be fine. It's not going to work for you, Mary, unfortunately. Try all you want. He's never going to accept you back. And she hasn't even done the catfishing thing yet.
Wife, bad wife.
See, bud. I'm going to run over to Christine's then and get some more of my stuff.
Oh, his life is so hard. Oh, he pats Gabe on the head. I'll see you, buddy. I got to go to Christine's house and get more stuff. How does he do it? I'm so over him. I'm so over him. The over dramatics of his life and how difficult it is. It drives me crazy. So they're in Vegas right now in the separate homes on separate streets.
I got my bag over Janelle's.
Where's that? Too flashy for a public speaking engagement? Probably not appropriate, I was guessing. The reason why I'm most nervous.
He could care less. He's like, oh, I go, Christine, I gotta come over here and get stuff too. She's like, yeah, I'm getting things. I don't know. What about a dress? Should I wear a dress? He just walks away from her. He goes, yeah, I don't know. I don't. Basically, he's like, I don't care. I'm here all about me. Did you not hear? I have clothes in 4 different houses. God, my life is so hard. I don't know if you're going to wear a dress or not. I could care less. Whatever, Christine, wear whatever. I pay no attention to you ever anyway. So you do you, boo.
Because I don't know a lot of people on the East Coast. I don't know what the personalities are like. And to me, I'm imagining an audience full of feminists they'll look at us and think that we live a suppressed, oppressed lifestyle. Well, then they misunderstand it. They just look at us and go, you guys are idiots. You've let yourself be fools, and you're sharing your husband, and you're settling for less when really you should be standing up for yourself and asking for more. And no matter what we say to them, they want to stay in that place. Okay.
Yep. Does that make me a feminist? I guess I'm a feminist. I'm a feminist because I believe that they should each have their own husbands and not be sharing one. Okay.
They're going to ask you, do you want to live plural marriage? And you're going to say,
this is Aspen she's talking to.
not right now. Why? Because I don't want to. Okay, you don't have to. All right. Let's watch you pack. Okay. You're going to have a great time. I'm just saying.
All right. So we know now she is the second oldest. Was she also 18 or was she 17? I think she's 17. I think only Logan was 18. So she's 17 years old. And she said, I don't want to live polygamy right now. I do believe later on at one point she says she might consider it. I don't know. I only know for a fact that when Leon was Mariah, that she said she would, but we know why. Because she thought she was stuck in that religion forever, and that was a way to get away from not having to be with a guy all the time, because that's not her thing. All right.
Hey, everybody out. We're going to go see where we're sleeping tonight.
You're at a hotel.
This is a gorgeous setup. Look at this.
Janelle.
Looks like an embassy suite.
Christine, 821.
Thank you.
822.
There.
All right, you want to go there? So when we first got to Boston, it was really nice being in the hotel. I loved being that one place, that one floor. I had access to the whole family whenever I wanted. Everybody was right there. This is way easier than back at home in Vegas, where I have to drive somewhere else. And, you know, I was just grabbing a bag of luggage and dropping it in the next room. So it's a bit easier. And then saying goodnight, everybody's right next to each other. It's just, I can go over and say goodnight. It's just easier when we're close together.
So I think we have, 40?
So when he's vacationing, he is very excited that the wives are all close together and that the kids are nearby, because he can go from room to room to see them all. And at night, he can go and say goodnight to them all. Interesting. Yet he could not go put Truly to bed and tuck in the kids when they were young. He refused to. In Christine's book, she said that he said, I can't do that. I've got other wives and obligations. So Aspen, in 5th grade, at age 10, put the kids to bed. Okay. Just want to say, I don't know. Apparently he's changing his mind for the camera. This is what he's telling America, but we know better now.
Minutes do we have to be ready for dinner?
All right, hold on. I got to go collect my keys. All right, I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Have you got your key?
Yes.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Can I have a key?
Yes.
Thanks. My system. What room is it? 822. Here's the thing. When we get into a hotel and everybody's at their room, I want to have access to everybody. I need your key, too.
Yeah, you do.
So the problem is
Right.
a little bit of juggling going on. I live in all their houses. I'm going to live in all their hotel rooms. And it's a matter of just having access. Hi, honey.
He's our husband.
Yeah. And you know,
He gets to have access.
No.
So
Different
every time I travel with my wives, I take one of the cards to each room, and I have to, because I don't remember, because it's too much to remember, I write a little code on it so I know which is which. And then I've got the freedom to bebop in and say hi, say good morning, say good night, whatever. It's just like,
He wrote a little code. Okay, there's a picture of him. There's 3 keys on the table. Here's his code. C for Christine, M for Mary, R for Robin. And he has the room number on it, 21, 22, 23. So do you think if somebody finds that key, there's no way they're going to know what room it goes to? No, they know what room it goes to. Room 21, 22, 23. Secret code. So nobody knows. Whose keys whose? You drop that key, somebody's going to go to room 22. I mean, there's a couple floors. Maybe there's a 22 on every floor. Ooh, so you have to try 4 different doors. Eventually, you're going to find it. Oh, so dumb. This is so dumb. It's like when he acts like he's so smart. I gotta do codes. Figure this all out. So dumb. Okay, moving on.
Going home.
There's no reason why he just can't put their first names on it. No code necessary.
With plural marriage, what do you girls?
I don't.
All right, we're at a commercial. Sorry, the commercials are going to have to go through because I didn't let this run through. Let me look at the chat, though. That gives me a great opportunity to look at the chat. Cody had obligations to his socks. Kids had no life, no childhood. That's why they want to go to college and get out of there. Yeah, I mean, Logan didn't pause. He had so much responsibility, and he knows. They're like, oh, Cody's like, oh, we could set up an office for you where you could study and all that. No, he knows. He knows that he knows that he knows that if he was at home, he would be called upon to watch this kid drive that one somewhere. Oh, I'm sorry, Logan, we need you for this. His only hope of truly just focusing on his academics and seeing what life is like outside of his family was to leave and go away to college. He's very much aware. CIA can't even crack that. That's right. Cody's codes. The wives aren't going to be able to figure out which key is which. If he has one and says, I'm going to go here, that has an M on it. No idea. No idea whose room he's going into. M22. So dumb. Oh. Well, Cooter did manage to show the world that polygamy doesn't work. Because that backfired. Yep. That's what he was successful at doing with the show. Is letting everybody know this is not a good thing. Don't do it. Don't try it. We were considered one of the best possible families, according to Notes to Self 444. She's like, well, if anybody can pull it off, it's going to be the Brown family. They not only didn't pull it off, but it just sort of blew up in a major way. So I guess that's proof nobody's going to pull it off. All right, our show is back on. Get the sound up. Here we go. The religion professors meeting them.
She's a theology professor and a minister, and she's invited us out to Boston to speak in panel discussion.
This is George. He's an undergraduate. I know he's an undergraduate.
And tonight we're going to dinner with some of her students, basically just to talk, get to know them before the panel discussion.
I like going really just to see Danielle because she's smart, cool, funny. She's like a mix of a very smart person and Christine.
Yeah, she's like cute and bubbly. Where's my mom?
Aspen is dying. She's laughing. She's covering her mouth. Oh my gosh, you just slammed my mom. The combination of a really smart person and Christine. Well, all right. He said she's cool and she's fun. I mean, that's good. That's good. All right. They're all laughing right now. Logan's laughing because he realized what he said. Leon, Maddie, they're all laughing in this shot.
I mean, she was cute and bubbly like Christine, and then really, really like Harvard, Yale level smart.
Let's try to backtrack.
You know, I've always wondered what a graduate or an undergraduate student that went to Harvard or Tufts or any of those places really look like, because I have a visual image, a stereotype of what they should look like. I'm thinking nerd. I'm thinking, yeah, like probably like me. You know what I mean? If I would have had the grades, I probably would have fit the stereotype that went to one of those schools. But they were just kids, like our kids.
I was curious, since you guys seem to be engaging in sort of an alternative lifestyle that's different from
This is a graduate student talking.
How do you feel about other alternative lifestyles? Gay marriage, lesbian marriage, polyandry, polyamory.
What is that?
Oh, polyandry.
Madison's like, what is that?
Different than polygamy. It's more than one husband. Oh. And then polyamory is, yeah, I'm okay with that one.
Aspen said she's okay with that.
Aspen. You know what? We really,
the idea of consenting adults to be able to do what they want to do.
yeah, consenting adults.
Well, that's a little peek into something. Okay, I thought this was going to be horrible, but it's not horrible. Aspen said, Aspen said, I'm all right with that. Was that polyandry? I don't know. Where you can have more than one husband. She said, I'm all right with that. And then she says, but I'm not allowed to say that. The things they're not allowed to say when the cameras are rolling. Very interesting. But here we have Robin's going to butt in and she's going to talk. I'll back up 10 seconds.
Aspen. You know what? We really,
The idea of consenting adults to be able to do what they want to do.
yeah, consenting adults, baby.
Adults. Exactly.
There are tenets of my faith that I absolutely believe that would disagree with many other people's lifestyles or belief systems. But I believe in choice, and I believe in your opportunity to choose, and I believe in my children's opportunity to choose. I believe more than anything in the choice of your faith and the choice of your spouse.
I'm gay. So like coming into this thing, I was like, I wonder what their reaction's going to be. It's awesome to hear you guys say that. So,
I think we related to George quite a bit because our family in general and George kind of have to both put themselves out there and say, look, this is who I am, take for what you will, and continually do that.
We knew how he felt for being discriminated against, and he knew how we felt for being, how people look at us.
Straight monogamous people, they have lives. And everyone else has a lifestyle.
And he thought we wouldn't like him. He thought once we found out that he was a member of that community, that we would shut him down completely and turn a cold shoulder to him.
I don't know how we could call ourselves Christians and not accept anybody who comes close to us. You know what I mean?
Well, and how can we say we're not accept your lifestyle, but yet please accept ours too? We're not like that.
I don't mean to be flippant about it.
Those are all really good points that they're saying. I feel like they're not walking the walk though, right? Wasn't there issues with Leon coming out? And isn't that partly why Cody isn't having conversation with Leon right now? That was my understanding. It's not on the show, so I don't know for a fact, but anyone who follows more, that's a good point. There was a female preacher and Cody tolerated that. Yeah. Very interesting how it's like he knows how to behave appropriately and then reverts back to his old chauvinistic ways when not around. Like, I think he thinks that professor is pretty and cute and bubbly and he'd love to have her as a sister wife. I am certain of it. Not that she would ever do it, and he knows that, but I think he's trying to impress her. So he's trying to say the things that he needs to say because I think his behavior doesn't match it. I really do. All right. Diana said, I had to pause, but men in flip-flops are yucky. Tevas, I don't know what Tevas are. It's a sandal. Okay. Only when there is water involved does he wear them. All right, back to the show. Suzanne points out, why do they have to say that community and not just gay? They're hypocrites. Yeah. He just got finished saying, I don't like it that we have to be the ones with a lifestyle and everyone else gets a life. And then she goes, that community over there. Yeah, interesting.
I wonder if you all are married to each other. In other words, is there an intimacy, and I'm not talking about sex here, I'm talking about an intimacy that really is in some ways based on a connection that you all have.
This is another Harvard professor that's asking a question of them. All right. So do you have an intimate relationship? A close relationship is what he's really saying. A very close relationship, but not a sexual one with each other, as one would think that you would, because that's what they've always said too. So the answer should be yes, 100%. we have to all approve the person that comes in. We have to want that sister wife to come in. But we now know that is not the reality. That is the line that they said this whole time and sold to everybody. So that's probably what they're going to say here right now. Like, yes, we all have to be on board. We all have to want the person. They didn't want Robin. Christine came out on the show. She pretty much came out and said she didn't want Robin, but then she backtracked it and said, no, I know it's what it needs to happen. I know I'm so happy that she's here and she's great and she's going to bring great different perspective to our family. And it's just like, what? It was weird when it was happening. We know it was weird when she said it because it was all lies. Because none of them really wanted to have. And we know that none of them really got along with each other. And there was turmoil before Robin came, but they were really good at hiding it. And then after Robin came, they weren't good at hiding it anymore. Because Robin threw a bomb into a relationship that was all fake and that they were acting like was okay, but they were able to toe that party line and do that for the sake of this religion that they believed in, so they say. Because we had learned that they really weren't attending any church. Which, can I just address that for a little bit? There were a bunch of people in the chat who were really upset. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe they're part of this faith. I don't know. I feel like people, you need to lighten up a little bit. This is an entertainment channel. Don't get so offended at things I say. I might get things wrong at times. If that's going to ruin your life, you're going to have to find another channel because I have too many hours and hours. I have over 200 videos on this channel. I'm going to say something at some point that you're going to disagree with. And I thought that we made it clear on this channel that we're going to have differences and that's okay. I'll respect yours. You respect mine. But because it's my channel, I'm going to share my opinion. Maybe that's not clear. Let it be clear now. So there's a lot of people that were very upset and kept telling me, you need to go watch Notes to Self 444 because she was talking about how Robin went to her dad for counseling when things were difficult in the relationship. So they were still in the faith and all that. I'm like, it doesn't mean they're still in the faith. These two things can both coexist and still be the same. And I had watched that when it came out and I still chose to make that video. So that goes to show you people can look at things differently. It seems very clear to me from the comments that people interpret being part of a church very different than how I interpret being part of a church. Randomly attending on Easter and Sunday and on Christmas and maybe once every couple of months to me is not being a member of a church or being a part of a church. One, there is a membership that you can do, but that doesn't matter. That's just paperwork that somebody created. It's not biblical. It's just a way of saying you're part of a community now. So let's sign and say you attend this church. But if said church, you did that and you went through a membership class to learn all about what the church believes and you're like, yep, that's what I believe too, or that's what I want to believe, or I'm more interested in that. And I really want to be part of this community and prove that these are my people. I'm going to be here to support them. They'll be here to support me. That's really what the church community is all about. It's you're there to support each other. I mean, let's face it, we can all sit at home every Sunday and just go on. My church broadcasts every Sunday. The church I went to before broadcasts. That's how I attend. I have a Bible study at a previous church that I used to attend. I still meet with all those women every other Tuesday morning, and we do a sermon-based study and eat breakfast and talk and socialize. But I don't belong to that church. I never did. I never went through membership or signed anything at that church, but I attended it mostly on. But I guess I did call it my church at the time, but I was kind of like one foot in, one foot out. It's a long story. I'm not going to go into it. But the point being, I now identify as like my church is my church. And I did sign something that say, yep, you can call on me if you need something. And yes, I will serve at this church. That's, to me, that is a sign of being a member of a church. Not that you called somebody on the phone and said, I need to come for counseling. I know for a fact that my pastor counsels a lot of wouldn't be surprised if a third of the people that he counsels do not attend our church. That's your job as a minister and somebody who is a leader in a church. Your responsibility and your job is to be available to not only your immediate church family, but to the community as a whole. You're not limited to this. You shouldn't be limited to this, or you're not a good pastor. Find another church. In my opinion, that's what I think. So the fact that Robin went and was getting counseled by the prophet at the AUB when she was going through a difficult time does not mean they were members of that church. I'm just saying they stopped going, and never once did they talk about going there. And they just talked about their faith. If people say they didn't even call it their faith, they called it something else. I'm like, yes, they did. They just we just listened to that 2 weeks ago. Sometimes people don't listen to all my stuff. It's fine. You don't have to. There's too much stuff on this channel. It's okay. But wow, so many people are like, you need to listen to Notes to Self. Robin was getting counseled. Okay, good for her. That doesn't mean they were members of that church, as I interpret it. Okay, so now we all understand what my interpretation of being a member of the church is. You subscribe to being part of the community, serving at the church, serving each other when there's needs, in that it's like a family that you're a part of. And you agree with the overall philosophy of the church. And it may not even be 100% of it, just so you know. There's every now and then something that I still struggle with that I'll read in the Bible. That's okay. It's part of the journey. It's part of like, okay, why am I not understanding this? What do I need to look into deeper to understand it? Or am I always just going to say, you know what? I believe 99% of this, but I'm struggling with this one part of it, and I need to learn more about it. At which point you can go to a leader at the church and say, can you share with me your point of view on this? And so churches have different philosophies on different parts of the Bible. And also, can I just say that when you're reading, look at me, I'm going off on a tangent here, but it was really like the number of comments that were coming through. And I'm like, how can, I'm clearly not making myself clear if this many people are getting offended and upset. It's you are a part of it. You subscribe to the like if the church, here, let me put it this way. If the church itself said everybody here must show up in red every Sunday, I would leave. It's not in the Bible, and it's a rule that some man made up. And if he said he heard it from God that everybody has to show up in red, run. He's the only one that's hearing it. When you have a faith that only one person heard the information from, and now everybody has to follow it, to me, that's very concerning. That's why I personally love the Bible so much. It is written by 40 different authors, and yet when it crosses over, you see the continuity between it, and how one person's in this country, it's across like, I don't remember how many different countries. It's like 40 different authors across 7 different countries or something like that across so many years. And yet it doesn't contradict itself. So that's why I subscribe to that. Now, if the church had other rules and I didn't agree with them, I would no longer be a part of that church. I would no longer attend, and I wouldn't do the thing. So, i.e., if they said you must wear this special underwear and that makes you holy, and then you're one day thinking, I don't agree with that anymore. And then you just stop doing that. And like, if the church is saying you need to do these things and you're not doing it, are you really a part of the church? In my opinion, no. Especially if you're not attending the services either. So you're not attending the services and you're not doing the things that the church has to do. Am I off here? Am I crazy? All right. Let me look at the chat for a second. You're all going to be like, what are you talking about? Lightning bolt. Preach it, Jenny. I know. I'm preaching. Cody would not like it. I'm a woman who has an opinion on something. That might have been Robin in the chat. It could have been. It probably wasn't. There are trollers. A lot of these weren't. Some of the anger that was in there. I was like, well, these aren't sister friends. Bye-bye. They're like, I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm like, okay. I don't know why you were subscribed if that little video made you so upset. All right. All right. Getting that upset over the difference of opinion. Yeah. Most of them are probably all there because I didn't take them down. Like when people got like nasty, I removed it because I'm like, why ruin somebody else's day to have to read that? You know, like if I go back and I decide I want to respond to more things and then I see it again, I'd be like, how sad. You know what? It just feel like, how sad for you. Is really the truth of it, right? If something I say bothers you that much, please don't watch this channel. It's not for you. Find another channel that makes you happy. Life is too short. Like, this is just opinions and you can agree with them and that's okay. But if it makes you angry, what I'm saying, then I'm sorry. But I feel like you need to find someplace else to be a participant, because we here as sister friends, generally speaking, are just kind of like having a good time. And it was supposed to just be a video about, oh, did you know that somebody said that they stopped? And I'm like, and that makes sense because of A, B, C, D, and E. That's it. That was what the video was supposed to be. And people got all up in arms. I mean, not y'all, but I feel better just coming out and saying it. I didn't think it really bothered me that much, but apparently it did. I think it shocked me. It saddened me too. It saddened me to make me realize that people really view being part of a church and a church community very different than how I view it. And I wish for everyone that they can see it the way I do, because it's such a beautiful thing. The other night, I don't know if it was when I was doing the revenge book, some text came through. I think it was actually the SOS exclusive level. And some text came through, and one came through from a good friend of mine who I met through the church, who goes to the church, and who was thanking me for being available when she was going through something difficult after church. And that's what it is. It's that community. Like, we have a community here where we can share and talk about different things. And some people believe one thing, some people believe something else, and people can have different opinions, and that's fine. But it's not a place of anger or judgment. And I know there are churches out there like that. And I just say, run, leave them. If you go to a place and people are very judgmental and they're criticizing you and putting you down and saying you're wrong, like, listen, it says right in the Bible, take the, before you try to take the speck out of somebody else's eye, take the log out of your own. Meaning, you want to judge somebody else, think twice. What are you thinking about in your life? What are you doing in your life? Like, it should be a place to go and celebrate and support each other. And you're all working together to try to live a life that's laid out in the Bible, in my church, in the Christian church. You're trying to live a life of positivity, love, joy, peace, patience. It's all good stuff. It's a good thing to achieve and strive for. It's not a checklist of, oh, no, I have to do this and I have to do this. And oh, this week I didn't do something. It should never be that. It should be a way of you changing you so that you want to do better in life, that you want to be a better person, or that you actually become a better person. And then you find joy in serving other people, and you find joy in doing good. That's the ultimate goal. That's what it's about. It's not about, oh, now I joined a church, now I have to do this, and I have to serve here, I have to serve there. If you think that way, you're not supposed to. You're not called to do it. You should find joy in it. Okay, we're moving on. All right. Look at, I'm like, this is a boring one. We're going off on all these different tangents. Back to the question at hand, which was, what was it even? But it went off a little bit there. Sorry, people. I'll go back 10 seconds so we can hear the professor's question.
In other words, is there an intimacy, and I'm not talking about sex
between
here,
the
I'm
wives.
talking about an intimacy that really is, in some ways, based on a connection that you all have.
There's definitely a special relationship, or there can be special relationships with the wives, like an emotional intimacy, and that's as far as intimacy goes with wives.
It's a sisterhood.
It is a sisterhood.
I feel like a sister-wife relationship is not something that anybody out in the world would ever even understand unless they have it themselves.
Right.
Is that like something the kids have thought about? Like if you want to continue, living this lifestyle when you grow up?
I've decided that I want to live like this. Like
You have.
That was Mariah. She said, I decided I want to live like this.
Even yes,
you have a testimony.
even though my frontal lobe is completely developed.
After we met some of the college students.
That was her dig at Robin. Yes, I want to do this, even though my frontal lobe is not fully developed. Oh, I hope Robin caught that.
From the universities that we would be speaking to, I began to have a little hope that maybe the people that we would be speaking to would be of the same caliber.
So do the teens want to go get ice cream away from the adults and the parents, and you guys can ask us questions?
Yes.
College and stuff?
Okay.
want to get away from the parents and go.
After dinner, the teens were invited to go get ice cream with the college students, and we stayed there at the restaurant to discuss the upcoming panel discussion.
I'm curious on what's going on tomorrow because,
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
To be honest.
One of the things that's maybe surprising for you is just how curious people are. And I think most of what you say is going to be
Cody acting
Your
intelligent.
introduction to something they've never seen before. And this is going to be really eye-opening for them.
Boston is also a very diversity in lifestyles or whatever you choose to call them. So I think that you might be able to find a camaraderie there with your type of lifestyle and their type of lifestyle, and you're fighting for similar things.
Boston is lucky to have you here. College students are going to be lucky to have you here tomorrow, and we're just really excited to
I'm excited to be here.
I'm
excited to be doing this.
Yeah, thanks for pulling it together. Oh, you're welcome. I'm really excited. So we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Thanks.
Our parents are very much do what
These
you
are the
feel
teens.
is right or what makes you happy. Me and this dad were hanging out. He's like, son, I don't want you to feel like you have to carry on some sort of mantle. If you live this just so that you can do what I'm doing, you are going to have the worst life ever.
Right. You said earlier that you know that you want to continue on in this faith and with plural marriage. What do you guys have an opinion yet?
No.
I don't think.
No, you don't have an opinion? No, I don't want to. You don't want to.
Madison said, I don't want to do it.
I don't think that I want to, but since
Aspen.
I'm only 16, I still have a lot more time to go before I actually decide. For right now, I just don't think I will. But maybe I'll change my mind. Is there a reason why? I don't know. It's just so difficult. Like really, honestly and truly, it just does not sound like the easiest lifestyle, and I just want something more easy.
I think that me not choosing to be in a plural family would hurt my parents, but ultimately they just want us to have a happy life and they want us to be happy in whatever religion we choose. So it's gonna disappoint them probably at first and it's gonna make them sad, but they'll get over it if we're happy. If we're not happy, they'll be like, yeah, you should have been a polygamist, but
So what made you decide that you did want to continue on with plural marriage in your own life?
I can't imagine me doing anything else. Because sometimes I'll think about when I'm older and I'm married and I have sisters. I'm like, that's so exciting. Like really, that's exciting to me.
Is there you want to be the first wife or the second wife, or does it matter? Or
I want to not want to care.
Okay.
I want to not want to care.
I think our parents are probably wondering where we at. We should get going. Where we at?
Where we at?
It was kind of overwhelming to be there in Boston, hanging out with these college students. They made me kind of scared of college because they seem so smart.
I felt intimidated, but at the same time I was really excited because they just seemed like such cool people and they're so young and they have already learned so much.
They were intelligent. They were considerate. They were interesting to speak with. They kind of make the college student life seem really, really fun, really cool.
Guys, why don't we show you guys our Cambridge tomorrow?
Yeah.
Why don't we show you what?
In our family.
Okay, there's a commercial. Do you find it interesting that Logan never answers the question? It's been multiple times it's come up here, and he's never answered the question in terms of, do you want to live polygamy? All he's said is what Cody said to him about it. How Cody said, don't feel like because I did it, you have to do it too. Because if you do it just because I did, you'll have a miserable life. That was it. But he never said, whether he was ever considering it, if he never considered it, if like nothing, absolutely nothing. But the girls are the ones. Now I get that it's a more difficult thing for the girls than it is the guy, but I just realized we've never heard Logan say, I want to, or I don't want to. Okay. Wendy said, Jesus is a biscuit, let him sop you up. There's a country song in there. Jesus is a biscuit, let him sop you up. All right. Lightning bolt. Let's see. Lenty said, I started going back to church this year. I love it, but I have to ask for forgiveness after having bad thoughts about Cody and being able to vent in a safe place. Listen, we're all a work in progress. I've said it before. Churches are not supposed to be for like perfect people. It's supposed to be more like a hospital. It's for everyone who's broken, who needs something, and they can find it there. And if you are a perfect person, then you actually probably are the person who needs it the most, because you're not. So you're very disillusioned. But it's very funny. And I do the same thing. I'm like, you know what? I wonder how many people are like, she claims to be a Christian, and then she comes on here and complains. I'm like, yeah. I point out hypocrisy. I do. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. I think about it myself at times, but here I am. It frustrates me so much. Gosh, this family frustrates me, Cody, the most. All right. I realize I do a big sigh when Robin starts talking. Oh my God, she's so boring. It's so true. That's very interesting. I wonder if she can separate. I hope for her sake she can separate. I hope she doesn't regret it. I hope she can say, that is how I felt at the time. That is what I wanted at the time. And in that moment, it was a good thing. And therefore, I'm happy the way my wedding went, that she doesn't have regrets now of her wedding, I hope. For those who are just listening, Lynn wrote, I wonder if Maddie regrets having Cody perform her wedding ceremony. I'm not sure if I read it. Liz said Logan's very private. Yeah, he is. But I'm surprised when the show was going on. I guess maybe he was very private back then too. So he didn't want to talk about it. Like, I know he's very private now, but like when the show was going, he seems more than happy to be on the show and be in these scenes and talk to people and have things recorded and give his opinion before going. So I'm surprised that there was no comment about his feeling. All right, here we go. We're back. They're in the hotel room getting ready.
I'm making coffee because at breakfast the coffee was horrible.
It's Christine.
Horrible. That was pretty good, I think. Horrible. She is good. I'm speaking Boston. You can have whatever coffee you want. I made you coffee.
Thank you. Christine speaking Boston.
Who's doing this all day? Oh, I love you.
Aspen's so over her mom.
Wait.
Christine's just laughing at herself.
So the next evening was our panel discussion. However, before that, we decided that we were going to take the family to Plymouth Plantation, which was a very neat recreation of a 17th century colonial village. And it was really just amazing.
It's called Plymouth Plantation.
It's so pretty.
So foot soldiers still arriving here?
Yes, we just got off the ship ourselves.
Yeah, it's good real enjoy one.
Yes, it does.
The people there are actually role-playing actual people in history that were there in these villages, and they take it very, very seriously. It's actually a fun.
Did she say they're real people? Oh, playing actual people. Okay, that's what she said. Sometimes she learns her speech and talks so fast. Okay.
like you're transported back in time.
And you would ask them their opinions on things, and they would give you the opinion from the person in the 17th century.
Okay, so you're from England to Holland for religious freedom. I cannot speak for all of my neighbors in this, but our congregation, yes, this is true.
I thought Plymouth Plantation was awesome. I'm really good in my history and my social studies classes, and to kind of be transported back to that time period to learn about the people and the culture and the way of life that influenced that time period was really, really fun. Kind of was almost an escape from reality.
Do you know Elizabeth Howland? Where is her home?
Just across the street is where her husband built a house.
So in our church history, the founder of our church, Joseph Smith, is a direct descendant of Elizabeth and John Howland.
Elizabeth Howland? That is you.
Yes, that's you. Very nice to meet you. Yes,
You were looking for me,
How
she
many
said.
children do you have?
Oh, I have two.
Two.
And this woman is role-playing Elizabeth Howland. She's not breaking character. And I get a little bit demure. I'm literally in this place, and I feel like I'm walking on holy ground.
Would you mind standing next to me for a moment as she draws a portrait of us?
Partly because this is the great
portrait.
grandmother of the founder of our church.
Sorry. Oh my god. I thought this episode was gonna be horrible. So Cody is all beside himself over this character that's playing somebody who was apparently a descendant or who was in the lineage of Joseph Smith. I don't think she's even aware of any of this because she seems very confused that these people, that anyone's even interested in who she is. So I don't know if that was significant in her character on this or if she did other things, but at any rate, and of course, if she were playing the real person, she wouldn't know that down the road, a couple generations later, there was this person named Joseph Smith who started the faith. So she, by herself, is doing a good job of pretending like she doesn't know anything that's going on, if she even is aware of the eventual lineage. So Cody has to get a picture with her, and he's like, "Do you mind if I stand next to you?" And he doesn't want to say a picture, so he says a portrait. But how do you pronounce it? Portrait? We're gonna portrait taken. All right, we're gonna go back to hear how he said it. It's so good. He's so dumb. Okay, here we go.
On holy ground.
Would you mind standing next to me for a moment as she draws a portrait?
A portrait.
Partly because this is the great grandmother of the founder of our church, but also because of the humongous sacrifice these people made to be there, to cross over in the Mayflower in such harsh circumstances. And I'm feeling almost overwhelmed by this spirit and this attitude.
I call you grandmother.
I'm still, even right now, I'm thinking about it, and I still have the deepest of respect for her. And I don't think this is something that is trained into me necessarily. I think this is something that just happened to me.
So I noticed the clothes you wear, they're very modest. So what do you think of what I'm wearing then?
I worry for your health, mistress, that you want to cover your skin, your head in particular.
Really?
For your brain being so very delicate.
Whereas a man is more hot in his brain,
Quick to judgment
and anger.
sometimes.
This man is slow to anger, considering the size of his family.
Because there's 4 wives in our family.
I beg your pardon.
There's 4 wives and 1 husband in our family.
So you are not Christians. I'm sorry, I don't
No.
speak English or something.
Yeah, we are Christians actually.
She completely insinuated that because we practice polygamy, we are not Christian, and which is a very puritanical view.
It took me back.
It did really. It shocked you.
Yeah, she said, well, then you're not Christians. I'm like, and I got my Irish up, and immediately I'm like, we are Christians!
And you know, Christine, you approached her, and the question was almost like you were a little flippant. The way
Well, I
you
had
asked
to.
her.
I had to bring it up.
was
I needed
so
to know about
obnoxious.
religious freedom. I just kind of wanted to understand what their tolerance level would be for someone living our faith. You know, so yeah, I absolutely broached it. Couldn't figure out a way to do it tactfully, so I just brought it up.
She got flippant about it. It was
No, I
funny.
didn't get flippant. That was
Okay.
not flippant. I could have shown you flippant.
Okay.
I could have.
This is a fun experience going back to Boston and literally seeing what we would consider the beginnings of the United States. Our history of our church and our faith has roots from the East. the pioneer coming out west. You've heard me use the cliche that Vegas is my Plymouth Rock. To be there at Plymouth Plantation was an opportunity to actually really get to put my feet in places where people had put their feet when they were searching for religious tolerance. Honestly, the best word for me to describe it felt sacred to me.
So we're approaching up.
Vegas is my Plymouth Rock. Until I'll decide we have to get out of here. This is awful and sinful. And football players are coming. Then it's no longer his Plymouth Rock, I guess. Yeah. The way the wind blows. Yet they have no tolerance for even a church youth group, right? What's good for the goose is not good for the gander. No. Hypocrites. Maybe Cody's wearing his garments. Yeah. How long did he wear his garments? I'd like to know. Love to see you laugh about this stupid Cody. I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. Can I stand next to you as she draws a portrait? So dumb. I thought he was so. He thinks he's speaking Old English, I guess. I don't know. Encyclopedia Brown. Oh, I've been there. I had to tell the actors that their accent was way off. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure that they didn't do. I mean, it's interesting. Do they not have these in Utah? Because, well, first of all, there's the whole Williamsburg. You go to Williamsburg and there's a bunch of stuff there. And then there's even the Jamestown settlement when you go to Williamsburg, where that's the exact same kind of thing. And they're all on the ships and in the little houses there in Jamestown. And it's in the same area where Williamsburg is. I remember driving to it. It was not that far away. Then you can actually go to the actual dig site of where they found Jamestown as well. But Williamsburg is massive. And this is all there. And I mean, 30 minutes away from where I live, the kids all went to, I think it was called like Hale Farm and Village or something like that. It was a place where it was the exact same kind of thing, where there's all those little houses and people are talking. And I will tell you though, that as a kid, it was very confusing to me. And I'm not saying young kid, like we went there, I don't know, late elementary school or something. And they were talking like this because I grow up in an area where there's Amish. People dress similar to that. And people don't have electricity. And people are, have outhouses. And like they live in a similar way as colonists in their early times in the Amish community. And I just grew up knowing that this is how these people live. And it's their choice to live that way. And it's part of their culture and their religion. And okay. They don't drive cars. They have buggies. Like that. That's how it is in the Amish community. So to then go to this, I was very confused if it was real because it's very similar to the Amish. Do you get it? Like I was like, I just kept looking around at everybody like, but it's not that. Do they know it's not that time? Like, because they would say things about like, well, back in this, I'm like, oh, so they think it's that age. So they're pretending. So nobody gave me the lowdown ahead of time that there will be actors there and they are just acting. Because in the Amish, they're not acting. That is who they are. Okay, moving on.
Later that day, we met up with George and Anya, the undergrads from Tufts, and they took us to see a couple of the colleges in the area.
Hey, do you guys want to go and see Tufts where George and I go to school?
Yeah, let's go.
My apologies that I'm missing all of these safes and experiences. Oh, thank you for catching them. Drink, everybody, when you hear one of those drinking words.
I wouldn't mind my kids going to some Ivy League school or even to some Eastern school. I want them to go into the world with open minds and big goals and big dreams. I don't want them just thinking, I just got to go to some Utah college. But, you know, it's tough for me to move my mindset from having my kids close to me to having them so far away. So it's an interesting thought.
I mean, you guys can see the campus here. We have a pretty big campus, and there's a lot that goes on. There's all of this stuff. All of everything you see is Tufts.
As far as the eye can see, it's Tufts.
It's a beautiful campus.
Is it hard to get into Tufts?
It's pretty difficult. The admit rate is somewhere around 20%-ish now.
Yeah, last year it dropped to 20% from 24.
So 1 out of 5 kids that apply get in.
We absolutely expect that all of our children will go to college. I didn't go to college. And honestly, there's a lot of realms there. I absolutely feel like a dope.
What? This episode is loaded. Who knew? Cody just said I didn't go to college. I told you if he went, he only went for a semester, and it was because he was on a wrestling scholarship and that he couldn't cut it, and he lost the scholarship because he didn't have the grade. This is my opinion. That he was there for a semester, couldn't keep his grades up, lost the scholarship, and then left college, and then went on his mission. That's what I think. This whole and in terms of him going to college and when he went on his mission, I know that McKelty was asked that question once in her Patreon, and she didn't know like which came first, college and I'm like, he doesn't go to college. Like if he did, it was for just a second. It just doesn't make sense. Did you just hear what he said? I didn't go to college. Unless he went to college after season 3, which we know he didn't. His story changed. We're going to go back and listen to that again, people. That was just amazing to me. All right, we are 1841. I'm going to write it down in case I ever need that for another video of Cody contradicting himself. If I do a video of that, here we have it right here. Oh my gosh. Wendy said, I tried the first episode and realized it has to be completely fake. They never let the outside world, let alone TLC, corrupt their whole community. Oh, this is the other, the Amish show. Yeah, I heard a lot of it is pretty. I wanted to watch it just because I'm very familiar with it. And I know Amish, and my girlfriend's nanny, her whole life was Amish. Yeah, Cody went to a college for his tryst. So now we know he didn't go to college for a tryst, right? So was it his mission? We've always wondered. Remember when he said he was just a little tryst? I mean, again, I'm the first one to say Cody screws up pronouns, words, nouns, verbs, everything, grammar, syntax. It's all a hot mess. So it is possible he meant she and not he. Just repeating what he said. Yeah. Thought it was. Let's listen again. Here we go.
5 kids that apply get in.
We absolutely expect that all of our children will go to college. I didn't go to college. And honestly, there's a lot of realms there. I absolutely feel like a dope.
None of us actually finished college in the regular college age years. I'm hoping that our kids kind of see our mistake and get their college degree right after high school.
None of us finished college in the college age year. So I think that's just referring to Janelle in terms of somebody who actually finished college, even though it wasn't. She didn't say none of us finished college. She said none of us finished college in the college age year. So I think that's referring to how Janelle went back and did online college to get her accounting degree. I don't think anyone else ever got a degree. Mary wanted to. Robin prevented her from doing so. Here we go. I'll go back 10 seconds, and then Mariah's going to talk.
I'm hoping that our kids kind of see our mistake and get their college degree right after high school.
All of our parents really want us to get an education because they think it's really important.
From them, I learned start early in college. Don't wait until you're married and have kids because it'll be a lot harder. Doable, but a lot harder.
Okay, so this is the Charles River in front of us, and this is the Weeks Bridge, guys. It connects Harvard's main campus in Cambridge to its business school in Austin over there, and the Harvard campus stretches for about a half mile that way and for about a mile that way. Everything affiliated with Harvard is in this area, except for the med school, which is in Boston. All right, guys, so we're approaching Harvard Square. And so Harvard Yard is actually right through there.
Harvard was beautiful. The buildings were so old and gorgeous. I'm just hoping that our kids were all inspired to go there.
Really? To go there?
I love it if one of our kids went to Harvard. I think Logan was thinking about it. Yeah, he was. They were talking about it.
Logan's wheels cranking, I think.
Harvard's really.
Did you hear Christine? She just said, I hope all our kids go there. And then eventually it was, we hope one of them goes there. Did she not listen to who gets in where? It's not that easy. I remember the valedictorian of my high school, and my graduating class was 442. The valedictorian of my high school, she was she was a basketball cheerleader. She was in all the honors classes. She was the smartest kid at the school. She didn't get in. Okay. It's not that easy to get into. I don't think they're paid. I don't think that the parents are listening on this tour. All right.
To get into. They accept about 8% of students that apply. So it's one of the 8% places to get in.
And that's where grades count.
Grades count. I mean, it's kind of like any really elite school. Grades count, extracurriculars count, your essay counts. Basically, they want to see a great student and a great person that will add to their community.
Any kid who wants to go to college looks at Harvard and kind of drools. They're just like, I got pretty good scores on my SAT and ACT, so I'm not too worried about getting into a big name school like that. But there's two main reasons I won't go to Tufts or Harvard. One, distance. Two, money. It's half a nation away on the East Coast, big name college. There's a lot of money and funds needed, funds that I don't have.
I mean, college is very...
These kids are all smarter than their parents, aren't they? Logan speaks truth.
expensive. A small college is $15,000 a year, $20,000 a year. Even if they live at home, it's still thousands of dollars. So, I mean, it is staggering when you think about the amount of children that we have. But they will just have to get through college the same way I did, the same way most people do. They have to work, they have to try for scholarships, they have to do whatever it takes to get by.
I do not need to go to a big name school to get a good education. And education is an education. As a family, we can help each other get into slightly smaller colleges, state universities, local universities, community colleges.
He's such a wise, he's wise beyond his years, that Logan. Everything he said is true. You don't have to go to a big name school to get a really good education. It's so true. You don't have to go to a really expensive school to get a really good education. So true. You can go to a community college. Listen, with AI taking over all these jobs, go into a trade. Don't even go to college. They're going to make more money. It's the one thing that AI can't do, are the hands-on physical jobs. Oh, gosh. All right, moving on.
Back to Utah for college. I don't know. I think it would be awesome to go to schools in like the East Coast, but it's so far away from everyone I know and like what I've grown up knowing. It'd be kind of weird.
I'm gonna go college in Utah, and me and Madison, we were kind of talking about maybe just moving back into our home that we left in Utah.
I think I really want to stay home in Vegas for 2 years and go to UNLV, and then I think that I want to move somewhere, maybe California. I don't know.
Aspen.
If I stay here, I'll go to University of Nevada, Las Vegas. If I don't, I'll really have my eyes set on Southern Utah University. Tufts is too far away. I want to learn the rounds of college before I move across the nation.
Wait, no, this is academic right now. Do I look smart or what?
Well, we should go to Tufts together.
I'll go to college my first year at a smaller college.
And I'll go for...
And then
And then your first year we can go to Tufts.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Aw,
I get it.
that's cute. He said that to Aspen. I guess Aspen must have said earlier that she was interested in Tufts, but it was just too far away. So Logan said, I'll go to a smaller college locally for my first year, and then you and I can go to Tufts the next year. She's like, yeah, we could do that. He's so sweet. He's such a nice kid. Okay. Commercial time. I don't think you have to go that far back. He contradicts himself in the same episodes. Deborah's so true. It's so true. You don't have to go back to season 3 to get contradictions, Cody. He'll do it in the same couch interview, not even like the same episode or season. Like he'll be sitting in the couch interview. He'll be doing it in the same answer to one question. He'll start answering it by taking one point of view, and by the time he finishes, he's changed what he said. That happened just recently. I saw something and I just thought, no wonder I'm so confused by this man. He literally started answering it this way, like started answering the question with no and explaining why no. And by the time he was done, the answer was yes. It was like, oh my gosh. And all I can think of is those poor wives and kids who have to live with him and that kind of craziness and like, it's the instability of it all. Like that's what's unsafe, if they want to use their safe word, is he's unpredictable. Even within the answer to one question, he's unpredictable because he keeps changing. It's like he doesn't stand on anything. I don't know if he really has an opinion, but he loves to hear himself talk. So he'll just start answering questions, and I don't think he thinks through it at all. I don't think so. He can't. Maybe he's not capable. I don't know. All right. Oh, yeah. Right. This is a great point here. Who was this? Who wrote this? Lyn. Smugzilla's kids don't have to worry about paying for college. No, not at all. The family pot's going to pay for all of that. It's not going to pay for any other kids. Like the rest of them are going to have to find scholarships and take out loans and have jobs. I do think that the family pot paid a little bit of Logan's college, if I recall correctly. And I don't know if it did for anyone else. I know the other ones all started college. I know Maddie started college and then she stopped, right? Because she got married and moved across the country and then started having kids right away. So she didn't finish. Aspen, I know, started. I don't think she finished. I think the only other person besides Logan who finished was Leon, right? Am I incorrect on that? Let me know if did Aspen graduate? Oh, maybe she did. Maybe she did graduate from college. Aspen did. I think she got a degree in business or something like that. And then she started working at that jewelry store. What is her title there at the jewelry store? Is she like a manager or assistant manager or something? Sonia said this episode is just Cody trying to look like a good father, waste of production time and a plot line. That's true. Liz said that this proves who the controlling one is. Every one of Robin's kids stayed home and goes to college. And the others all went off on their own. Which is so much more mature. They are so much more mature. I mean, there's no hiding that. The OG 13 are significantly more mature than Robin's kids. They just were allowed to grow, spread their wings and grow. And it doesn't seem like Robin is allowing her children to do that. Okay. Moving on. Here we go. Show's back.
After we visited the schools, we hurried back to the hotel to get ready for the panel discussion.
What do you think of this place? It's huge. So we walk into the Heinz Center and I'm in a fog. I'm being taken someplace. I don't know where I'm going.
I forgot about that.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to expect. I'm just supposed to tell people about myself and then answer questions. And so
And I think, just so I don't forget this, I think Gabe is still in college, right? And so is Gwendolyn, or did Gwendolyn graduate? I think Gabe took some time off and then he went back, and there was the whole mess with Garrison that happened, and I think that sidestepped his. But I think, actually, isn't it grad school? I think he's going to grad school. So I think Gabe did graduate from college, because I'm pretty sure in Chicago where he moved there, and he's attending grad school there. Here we go. Aspen graduated. Thank you, Wendy. All right. So Aspen graduated from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV in early 2019. She studied education before becoming a student teacher. Oh, but she never went into education, because I think she's still working at the jewelry store in the mall. Interesting. I wonder why she decided not to go into education. Maybe because there's no jobs in Vegas for education. That's why Mindy had to be a nanny for Robin, remember? She's trying to get a job as a teacher. Where in the world is there a place you can't get a job as a teacher? They are in such need everywhere. I mean, you could get a full-time job even as a sub. Just be the full-time sub for the school district. So you just go and fill in at different places. All the different, I mean, it's crazy. Garrison was going back. Yeah. Okay. So we have, okay, let me write down who we have here. So Aspen in education, got a degree at UNLV. Logan, I wonder what his degree was in. He does something like, oh, isn't he? Oh, he went on, didn't he? Didn't he become like a physical therapist, but then go on to get like another? I think he got a higher level education too. Look that up. Who's ever looking these up on LinkedIn? He got a degree at UNLV also, but I think he went on and got a master's. Oh, we were saying Hunter. And I think Gabe is getting a master's degree in something. He got his nursing degree. So he got his BS in nursing at the Air Force Academy, right? No, Naval. Okay. All right. She began working as an assistant manager of events at Kendra Scott. Oh, okay. So she kind of does like planning, marketing, production kind of stuff. How many events do they have? Isn't Kendra Scott a jewelry line? I wasn't familiar with it until she started working there and they talked about it. So I thought maybe it's a lot more than just a jewelry store. I don't know. How many events could they possibly have? I don't know. Maybe a lot. I don't know. Remember that Cody expected the OG3 to pay for the tender's education even after they all got divorced from him. Yeah, remember that? I still have kids that have to go through college. Okay. Have them pay the same way the other ones paid. Gwen graduated, I believe, went to Europe for graduation present. Okay. I thought so. I thought that she graduated. I mean, by now, seems like she should have. And then wasn't she going to like take a year off and just like get a camper, and her and Bia were going to travel the country for a while? That's what I thought. Let's see who else. She's a store manager. Okay, so she's a manager now. Okay, so she's not an assistant manager anymore. Maybe she was inspired to go into jewelry by my sister. I don't think so. If anything, you'd run the opposite direction. Teachers and nurses are everywhere, and they're in demand everywhere. So she must have just decided she doesn't want to do it. But she'll use that degree. Let me tell you, because I had to have a BS in education. I went into speech pathology and audiology. So it was a double major in speech pathology and audiology. They don't do that anymore. Now you pick one or the other. But at the time, it was a double major. But I also had to minor in education because you have to have a teaching certificate to work in the schools. And I wanted to work in the schools. So it was kind of like a degree on steroids now that I think about it. Physical education. Then you got a master's in business. Okay. So he got a physical. So it wasn't physical therapy. It was physical education. All right. So that's like being a teacher of physical education, right? So that's a PE teacher. And then he got a master's in business. And I think he's doing something. He's not doing anything in education right now, I don't think. Master's in business. I think he's working in the corporate world in something with like physical training or something along that line. Okay. Here we found the LinkedIn. Logan graduated with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology and exercise science. Okay, that's hard. A lot of science in that at the University of Nevada. Okay. So it was kinesiology and exercise science. Kinesiology. I can't pronounce it. There was a word yesterday I couldn't pronounce either. What's happening? I can't talk anymore. All right. Got his nursing degree in the military. Yep. I think that was Naval Academy, which is hard to get into. Gwen got a 4-year degree. Next, she wants a PhD in psychology. Oh, good for her. She got to get a master's first, but unless it's one of those like PhD degrees on steroids where you just like get a master's PhD together. There's some of those programs. And he got his MBA in 2020. Okay. Logan got his MBA, Master's of Business Association, in 2020. Okay. Leon graduated from Loyola University in Chicago with a master's. Oh, she got her master's already. Okay, she got her master's in social work and social justice. Master's at Loyola. My daughter looked at that college. We didn't actually go there. A representative came to Ohio. And we went to that, at a hotel where they talked about it and everything. In Chicago. She's in social work. I'm going to write this down so that I don't ask you guys again. In social justice. All right. Go Brown family, go. And then, of course, we have Dayton, who we think has, 3 PhDs at this point. Seems like he's the eternal student. All right, moving on.
I'm in this kind of nervous fog, kind of place you might get. I didn't know what to expect at all.
Oh, this is before the talk.
I'm not nervous at all. Okay, I might feel different once I actually get up there and see people, but as of right now, I'm not nervous. I have no idea what I'm going to say. I thought about it, but that's about the extent of it. I'm chill as a Sunday morning. Oh, yeah.
I'm not nervous. I just want it to be over.
That means you're probably nervous.
They're okay, but they're just a bunch of liars.
Thanks, Robin. What is so wrong with being
What did she say?
I'm not nervous. I just want it to be over.
Everybody says they're okay, but they're just a bunch of liars.
Thanks, Robin.
Everybody says they're okay, but they're a bunch of liars.
So are you only not nervous because you're just thinking positive, or are you really not nervous?
I don't think there's anything wrong with being nervous. That's so natural.
Nothing is wrong with being nervous. I'm just not feeling that.
I always have a concern when we're talking to probably a demographic that is more permissive and a little more open. It's a university town, that they are going to start asking questions that we are really uncomfortable with. You want to keep the communication open, so you can't be rude, but you almost need to be.
I wouldn't talk about our sexuality or my sexuality with anybody, really. We regard it so respectfully. So when people just think that we're going to talk openly about it, it's like they're kind of, disrespecting our belief system.
So here's what we're going to.
Okay. I totally disagree. I think a major part of this is confusion regarding the sexual part of it. It's a man that's sleeping with multiple women. That is the main difference. I understand that they serve as moms to different kids, and so there's the family structure. But the bottom line is, this is a man who's sleeping with multiple. That's what's different. Who has multiple wives. So how does that work? And do the wives, I mean, it is a logical question. It is not disrespectful. And for her to say that they would expect, that they expect us to give all these different answers, they might not, I don't think they expect you, but if you're there to provide information to people and to educate people, you should allow them to ask questions. And you can always say, now that particular question is too personal and we're not going to go there, and move on. And it's not a disrespectful thing. Good golly.
So I'm going to go in. You can follow me. You have seats up on the platform, and you have seats that are labeled for you down in the first row of the audience. I will say a few words. I'll introduce the adults. They'll have a chance to talk amongst themselves. Just think of it as a conversation.
You know, it was nice to see Danielle, but even she looked nervous to me.
Danielle looked nervous.
Danielle looked nervous. And when Danielle looked nervous, I was like,
maybe we should be nervous.
yeah. Now maybe we should be more nervous than we are. You know, maybe there's sharks coming.
I don't think she looked that nervous. She's just organized and she's trying to get all the pieces parts.
The Browns, I welcome you here. We're thrilled to have you here. As you know, when the Browns became public in 2010,
I think we're going in with a high level of confidence, but there's always that fear that somebody could get nasty, insult us, shatter our calm. Just having somebody say, you guys are liars, Cody Brown, you're a misogynist, and you are controlling these women, and that gives me a lot of credit. I mean, to be able to hypnotize them all, but that would be a scary thought.
You're so funny, Cody.
So, without further ado, I introduce to you the Brown family: Cody, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robin Brown. So I want to give the Browns a chance to introduce themselves to you, to share a little bit about their lives, how they came to embrace plural marriage. Then we're going to move to questions and answers.
To know actually my history, you've got to understand a little bit of Mormon history. In the early 1830s, there was a man by the name of Joseph Smith Jr. who began a faith, a church. As a tenant of the faith of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints was a lifestyle known as plural celestial marriage, basically what you might title Mormon polygamy. In 1890, the Mormon Church officially stopped the practice of Mormon polygamy, and by 1910 ceased doing it altogether. This is about the point where roughly our church essentially starts to formulate and separate from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, my personal opinion is plural celestial marriage was established by God, and I told the crowd this, that this is my view. I wasn't trying to sell them my faith, my religion.
It was established by God, or he just got finished saying it was established by a man named Joseph Smith? I know he's saying it's established by God. See, this is what drives me nuts about Cody Brown. Pick a lane.
I wasn't trying to convince them. I was just giving them a perspective that Joseph Smith received this law by way of commandment, and therefore I chose to abide in that commandment, and I was blessed with this wonderful family.
We're going to move to ask some questions, but as you know, the Brown family is quite large, and this is just a small representative of them. So I'd like to welcome Logan, Mariah, Madison, and Aspen. And you are welcome to now direct your questions to any of them as well.
My question is this: what kind of choices are you making in terms of educating your children, and do you feel any pressure to have them carry on the faith and the lifestyle?
We try and let our kids have as much freedom as possible. Though we want them to have full and rich lives. We love for them to travel. We push college like nothing else, and they definitely can absolutely marry who they choose. You know, as much enjoyment and fulfillment that we have found living this lifestyle, that's for us, and it's a calling for us, and it's a religious decision for us. And there's no way we want them to have any part of this for themselves unless they choose to. And we've made that very clear.
I'm just wondering, how do you make it work so easily, or so it seems? And Cody, you're one hell of a man, because most men would tell you they couldn't handle 4 women. First of all, I have to tell you, Cody puts up with a lot of crap. I mean, he's in the
relationship.
He's in the doghouse a lot, if you can imagine. I mean, we've had our really tough spots. Jealousy, those things, those are all things that we really truly believe that part of this lifestyle is to overcome a lot of that.
And can I add to that, one of the biggest things that you have to realize if you're going to be a sister wife is that you support their relationships with your own husband. And if you stop doing that, you fail.
I was wondering why you think that people
You
get
fell?
so angry about polygamy.
Oh, you fail. Actually, she had me there for a second. I'm like, you fail. Gotcha. Okay.
Because it's something they don't understand. We all get angry and frustrated with different lifestyles that we don't understand. And when people think that people's rights are being taken away, or children are being abused, or girls are being forced to marry, it makes me angry. And I think it's just because people need to know a little bit more and realize that this is the norm of polygamy. There's more people like us than people in Warren Jeffs society. Have we been clear enough that we're not like Warren Jeffs? We could spew on forever.
Yeah, we don't believe in child rights. We don't believe in forcing marriages. You know, everybody gets to choose. I mean, those are so many things, but all of the atrocities and awful things that are coming out in the media right now about Warren Jeffs, we're just like, I was reading articles and I was shaking so
I'm like,
bad.
Robin, stop reading those articles.
I was just like so upset. I just wanted to go rescue every girl. Warren Jeffs used his position as like, I'm speaking for God, I'm your prophet, I'm your leader, to basically abuse all of his community members. It's actually very sick and wrong. He has children and women and men that he has abused and hurt, and basically all in the name of God. It makes me so angry, and especially over something that I hold so dear. He is doing this under
she's gonna cry.
A tenet of my faith, under this umbrella that I believe is so holy and so important, and he is abusing children and women with it. I think he deserves to rot in hell. I really do.
Good performance,
I just have a question. What was it like for you guys leaving Utah?
It was heartbreaking, and yeah, we would like to go back. That's one of those questions that I worried would be taken out of context, because they aren't.
All right, so the last segment's coming up. We have a commercial right now. Robin sounds so shy. That's funny. 5 a.m. God bless you. That's amazing. Robin can't read. Feld is a new one. Add it to the list. Feld. I felled in a recent video that I made to make myself clear. And apparently made people upset, which is not my intention ever. I'm sorry. All right, we're back.
I was just wondering how you would feel if the tables were turned and there were additional husbands instead of additional wives.
So the one question I think is the most abrasive of all the questions, and this is from my perspective, and it's pretty much hypocritical. Somebody asked us about, what do you think about the idea of brother husbands?
You know, that's not a tenet of our faith, and that's not so.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna say, but who really wants that? Do you? I'm sorry.
Please, no.
Guys are tons a lot of work, right?
You know, I mean, religions have rules and beliefs, and it can even be simple as conduct in a marriage or foods that you can and can't eat. Every religion has rules that they think bring them closer to God. That is how it is for us. We feel like living plural marriage is a commandment designed for our happiness.
And the way that the plural marriage is for us and that we believe and that we've accepted is one man and multiple wives. We just don't do it the other way around. I would not ever choose to have more than one husband. From a religious standpoint, because I don't believe that that's right. And also from a personal standpoint, I need my me time and I wouldn't get it if I had many guys around. I'm not going there.
This one's more for the kids. Are you happy that you guys came out? Or if you could go back in time, would you prefer that you guys didn't?
I'd say that there's been a lot of great things that have come out with this. We've taken the next step to kind of releasing the fear and the tension and the stereotypes that revolve around our situation. On the other hand, I'm not as happy in Vegas as I was in Utah.
My life, I think, has been a little bit easier that my parents have kind of announced that we're polygamous, because I don't have to tell people. I feel like that when we're talking about it, like everyone knows, and I don't have to explain, well, my dad has 4 wives, because most people know.
I just have a question. What was it like for you guys leaving Utah, and whether you guys would like to go back?
It was heartbreaking.
Madison.
And yeah, we would like to go back. Well, some of us would. I would. I plan to go back. I still miss Utah and I want to move back there.
I don't want to go back. I want to stay in Vegas. Well, until I go to college.
She likes Vegas. She doesn't like the family situation.
Yeah, I don't like seeing everybody so sad, but like me personally, I love Vegas.
In the end, you always have your family to love you behind you, but there was a whole life we left behind in Utah.
We're not as together as we were. The experience was very hard.
Drink.
Physically and emotionally. And I feel overwhelmed at the thought of what we did with that move. Take your family of 21 and have to reestablish your life, not because you really wanted to do it, only because you thought, well, it's the best choice of the choices we have.
You know, when the kids were asked how they were doing in Vegas, they got very honest and they said they weren't doing so hot. I was cringing a little bit.
That's one of those questions that I worried would be taken out of context, because they are unhappy in Vegas, but it doesn't mean they're necessarily unhappy with everything else in their world.
But somehow our faith and the choices we've made as adults has made their lives miserable. You know, I don't want someone to sit there and take that out of context, that it's just really about a move. It's not because we're a plural family.
Danielle, I'm really grateful that I
what a way to justify it. It's all about you being a plural family. You're leaving because you're a plural family. And because of that, you've uprooted the kids as teenagers and put them into a different whole nother environment and have made them sad because you're a plural family. You said you're leaving because you're fearing prosecution for being a plural family. So how can you sit there with a straight face, Robin, and say, it makes me cringe because I don't want people to misunderstand. It's just about us moving. It's not about us being a plural family. You wouldn't move if you weren't a plural family. It's the reason you're moving. Oh my gosh. Talk about manipulating a situation and taking words to create a whole nother storyline.
Embrace this lifestyle. I think that 90% of all of our happiness is going to be easily determined by our attitudes, but the choice of who we marry, I think, actually determines about 90% of our happiness. And so I was very happy to be able to choose these 4 beautiful women and have them bring these beautiful children into my life.
So I want to thank you all for coming and asking thoughtful, provocative questions. And a special thanks to the Browns for coming and sharing your Friday with us.
Boston was an extremely good experience. Great for the kids. I was so glad that we got to bring the kids with us.
I know before Boston, I used to just like not really care about grades, but now I think that I care more because like want to get into a good college so that I can have like a better life in my jobs.
Honestly, when I came in here and I was sitting down, I thought you were going to come out in the Missouri dresses.
Oh yeah, serious?
Yeah.
It's very interesting how you made your family work, and I'm sure so many families don't work. It wasn't some angle. It wasn't some sort of point. It wasn't trying to get some sort of dig. It was just pure curiosity.
I like it when people are just curious about it.
And that's all they are.
That's
When
all.
they're non-combative and they're just open. They just want to know what makes us tick without judgment.
Can I just say, I told you so?
Yep, you can. Go ahead.
Sorry.
You got it.
All these women, they're so independent, they're really strong, they like their time to themselves, and they get to choose what they want to do. So that was something new I learned.
No, really surprised to see that they acted like people I would actually want to mind hanging out with.
Yeah, I mean, they actually seem really normal and, you know, a lot different than I was expecting. So I liked it.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks for coming.
I think by allowing the students into our lives a little bit with this panel discussion, we're able to give them a glimpse into a family that's made a choice. And I think that when people hear our story, they look at us and say, why not? Why not allow them to choose?
Oh.
I hope that's what they see.
I thought you meant, why not do this yourself? What? All right, that's the end. Oh, gosh. Nadine says, it's so sad to hear him talk about the children, knowing how he feels now. It's heartbreaking for the children. Yeah, it is kind of hard listening to that. I think that's the downside of these past years, going through these past years, is it's devastating to see what he said anyway back then. I don't even know what he really believed back then, because there's so many lies in this show. But the proof is in the pudding in terms of how he treats his kids and how he comes right out now and says, I don't need them. They can live their own life. I don't like them. They might not like me, but I don't like them either. Like, he's just said awful things about the kids now. And he's doing nothing to make amends. In fact, he keeps making things worse by receiving a Christmas gift from his grandchildren and 3 months later still not acknowledging it. Yeah. Or Robin. Pookie said it was so nice when all the kids were around, they were on the show. Yeah, that's what I was thinking was going to keep this show going, is bringing the kids back into it. I just don't think they want to, sadly. I mean, it's money. But I mean, I think they're fearful that the show is going to turn into them fighting with their dad, and then they don't want to put that on the show, which I get. But I'm very happy when we just see scenes of the kids cutting down a tree on Tata Farm and bringing it to the house to decorate for Christmas. Just seeing them together, seeing them interact, seeing them having fun together, doing things together. I like that. I mean, would I also like to see them tell their dad what they really feel and have him have to sit and listen to it and respond? I'd like that. I really don't want to see their relationships blow up. That makes me sad. But I would like to see them speak their truth. But that's okay. They don't have to. I'm very happy with just the happy scenes of the kids together. So I wish they could see it that way and be willing to come on. Or there could be a Brown family kid show. I don't know. It would be nice. Wouldn't it be great if Sister Wives ended, but then all the kids started a show? OG kids, I'm saying. And we followed their lives. I'm fascinated with their lives. I would watch it. I don't need a lot of salacious drama to be involved in it. I am very interested in following Hunter and his life. I'm very interested in their dating lives. I'm very interested in their educational lives. I'm very interested in their work lives. I'm very interested in their interactions together as siblings. And even in that, I know there's going to be times where it's like the sibling's not getting along with that sibling. So there will be some level of drama, whether we see it or not. That would be interesting, but that's normal. Every family has that. These two aren't getting along that well right now, but you know, and then holidays come around and everyone gets together and it's like none of that ever happened. I would watch that. I would cover it and I would like it. I don't know if the kids believe that that can be, because they were brought up with a television show that was much more dramatic. and they've witnessed what's happened as of late. I'd love it though. All right. That's it for today. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I will see you from Tennessee next week. And any SOS exclusive level members at 8:30 Sunday night, we will meet again. And the rest of us, we will all meet here 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do, I think there's still a few more episodes in this season. So episode 10.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6, and it rattled me.
I had a lover in college, and it was a little tryst. I was a naughty boy. I had a dirty thought, and I thought David and I should go on a guys trip together.
I might have to agree. That would be cool.
I just thought, no.
David out on a guys' weekend.
Yeah, that's just, it would be cool.
Oh, he was kind of up for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Things that make you go,